Oh my goodness! I think I chose the wrong hockey game to watch here today, because I initially wanted to put all my attention on the Detroit Red Wings and Washington Capitals game. And for the most part, I did. I was watching that game. It was a pretty frustrating game from the perspective of a Detroit Red Wings fan, and I was going to make a video talking about what happened, especially if the Red Wings ended up winning, but that ended up not happening. Instead, I was getting notification after notification after notification of the Montreal Canadiens and Philadelphia Flyers game because, my goodness, what a stomping! The Montreal Canadiens have defeated the Philadelphia Flyers with a score that is currently 8-3. And I say currently because at the time of me recording this audio, there's 2 minutes and 50 seconds left in the third. Ryan Poehling just scored his second of the game, so now it's 8-3 Montreal. But the fact that the Flyers even conceded 8 goals in the first place already bears repeating on how much of a stomping this was for Montreal. 8 goals for the Habs, and 3 of them coming off of the stick of Juraj freaking Slafkovsky. Slafkovsky, baby, has gotten his first NHL hat trick. Just earlier today, we made the video talking about how he is the J. Robert Oppenheimer Destroyer of Worlds. And hey, I guess Juraj Slafkovsky might have seen that video, and I guess he might have decided that he wanted to live up to that moniker, because he scores his first ever NHL hat trick today. He's 20 years old. Everybody's freaking out on social media because Juraj Slafkovsky becomes one of the youngest guys to ever score a Canadiens hat trick in history. I think he's the second youngest of all time behind Stéphane Richer, but either way, this game was filled with so many goals and so many great numbers for a lot of these Canadiens guys that you can't help but get all giddy when acknowledging who is on the board and who is getting points. The first period, you have yourselves 1 goal scored by Slafkovsky, assisted by Mike Matheson and Cole Caulfield. This happened 1 minute into the entire game, and oh boy, are the Canadiens going to score again? They are. It's now 9-3. Oh my gosh, I'm in the middle of recording this audio and Yoel Armia just made it 9. What a beautiful play there on the 2-on-1 opportunity. But getting back over to the first goal of the game here, Matheson gives it over to Caulfield, back to Matheson, the shot and the tip in front by Slafkovsky. Second period gets underway, and Slafkovsky makes it 2-0. This was a brilliant goal, where he gets the feed out in front from Nick Suzuki, cross crease right into the middle, and he snaps it by Samuel Ersson. 2-0 Montreal, and then you have yourselves Brendan Gallagher just a few minutes later, who makes it 3-0 off of a really nice play. He's out in front on the tip-in. Long drive from the point from Kovacevic. This one goes by the goaltender as well. You love to see these Montreal Canadiens guys putting themselves in the right spots and being able to convert on these high-danger chances. Samuel Ersson and Ivan Fedotov, these 2 guys, you could say that they played terribly, and their numbers definitely reflect that. But some of these chances, I mean, the first 3 goals, you have a cross-crease backdoor play and 2 tips in front. Like, you can't really get pissed off at the goaltender for those. Juraj Slafkovsky, though, then gets himself the hat-trick goal on a breakaway just about a minute after Gallagher made it 3-0. Very nice play for Slafkovsky. Great feed in front by David Savard. He springs Slav right down the middle, and with quick, blistering hands, he's able to pull it to the forehand and go far side on Ersson. Beautiful goal for the hat-tricks. You got the hats raining down on the Bell Center. Everybody's freaking out. Slafkovsky has the gosh darn hat-trick. And that's not even it. Because 1 minute later, you have yourselves Josh Anderson, who scores, and this is like the epitome of a Josh Anderson goal. He drives wide down the left side, holding the puck on the backhand as he pushes it into the middle, and he kind of falls over at the goalpost. The goaltender falls down too, and Anderson is just right there. The puck squeaks in. That one you could very well say is kind of on Ersson, but this was a Josh Anderson goal through and through, a power forward-like move to the front of the net, just a pure wrecking ball kind of goal. And then 3 minutes later, guess what? It's the guy who's new in the lineup. He made his return, he's back, and he scores a goal. It's Christian Dvorak to make it 6-0 for the Montreal Canadiens off of another one of these plays. It's Jordan Harris who jumps up into the rush. He gets the puck on the left, centers it out to Dvorak, who's on the right. He takes it, he holds it a little bit, he shoots, and he scores. Christian Dvorak makes it 6-0 for Montreal, and at this point, at the end of the second period, you know the Canadiens are going to win this game. I personally was watching Detroit-Washington and getting pissed off out of my mind because Charlie Lindgren was making all the saves in the world that he could, and I was like, okay, there's a Canadiens game going on right now. There's a lot of good results going on there. Maybe we can just make a video about that instead and be on our way. And unfortunately for Canadiens fans who had wanted the shutout here for Sammy, you didn't get it because the Flyers ended up scoring 3 goals in the third period. This third period was pretty stacked. 3-3 is the score from the third itself. Ryan Poehling scored himself the shutout breaking goal. Nice to see some former Habs going out there and getting offense up on the board, right? Poehling actually had 2 goals in this one. But other than that, you had Joel Farabee scoring himself his 22nd goal of the year. But you had Christian Dvorak, Brendan Gallagher, and Yoel Armia each getting goals in the third period as well. The Dvorak play was really nice, the second goal of his on the night here. It's a beautiful play by Raphael Harvey Pinard, who comes in on goal and fakes the forehand so eloquently before dropping it back to Dvorak, who's right behind him, puts it in the open cage. That's Dvorak's 5th goal of the season and the 7-1 Montreal Canadiens goal. Brendan Gallagher then made it 8-1 a minute later with a breakaway of all things. He gets in on goal, just gets it by Ivan Fedotov. Then Yoel Armia on the 2-on-1 with Gallagher is able to convert and make it 9-3 with 2 minutes to go in the third period. So Montreal absolutely stomped the Philadelphia Flyers here. As a Red Wings fan, look, I'm kind of ticked off that the Wings ended up losing against the Capitals, but this game for the Philadelphia Flyers was a pretty big one for them to lose. And it comes at the hands here of the Montreal Canadiens, who posted themselves a Juraj Slafkovsky hat trick. Samuel Montembeault also played pretty well, all things considered. Like, the fact is, Philadelphia had some pretty good chances, especially towards the end there. All just thwarted away there by Montembeault, and the Canadiens goaltender, you could say that it might have been an easy night because the Canadiens scored 9 goals, but this wasn't really easy at all. He still had to make some pretty good saves, and he had 35 shots against. So, Sammy Montembeault, good on you. As for the rest of the Canadiens, you had 3-point games out of Brendan Gallagher with 2 goals and an assist. Juraj Slafkovsky, of course, he got himself 3 goals. Christian Dvorak had 2 goals. Yoel Armia had a goal and an assist, and then extra points handed out to Suzuki, Newhook, Anderson, Caulfield, Harvey Pinard, and Tanner Pearson. There were only 2 forwards on the Canadiens who did not get a point in this game, Michael Pezzetta and Jake Evans. As for defense, he had 3 assists out of Jordan Harris, so awesome to see that out of him. Mike Matheson had 2 assists, so did Kovacevic, and David Savard had an assist as well. Nice to see Ryan Poehling on the opposite side getting 2 goals himself, but at the end of the day, I mean, that's all she wrote, right? The Canadiens win absolutely stomping, and Juraj Slafkovsky is looking like an absolute monster of a power forward. I thought that I was going to hype him up earlier this morning with the Oppenheimer video. Heck nah, man. The best is yet to come out of this guy. He's only 20 years old. How crazy is that? First career NHL hat trick, and he's looking like this in a really good stint of play as of late. There is no telling how good Juraj Slafkovsky is going to be, and this game against the Philadelphia Flyers was one of the staples. This might have been the game that changed the narrative. You talk about all the numbers, you talk about the point production, the streaks, and everything. If Slafkovsky is able to take this momentum from tonight and use that to finish off his 23-24 season with style and carry that over into the start of next season, then there's no telling how far he's able to go. He was supposed to have a sophomore slump. You could say that his slump was already happening in the first year, but now he's good. Maybe he's a year removed from that. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about Christian Dvorak's crazy return to the lineup, getting multiple goals, Brendan Gallagher scoring some beauties, Josh Anderson getting back up on the score sheet, Montembeault making some saves, and Slafkovsky getting a gosh darn hat trick against the Philadelphia Flyers. I hope you enjoyed this video, and bye.